Hello, I'm Natasha and I'm here to talk about yogic breathing. Now in yoga we're asked to breathe deeply and slowly, but the exact mechanism of how we should breathe is very often not explained. So today what we're going to discuss is 3-phase yogic breathing that trains all our respiratory muscles and enables us to breathe both deeply and slowly, and enables us to actually learn how to control our breathing and use our breath to assist our bodies, or use the breath to work with the mind, to help calm the mind. So we're going to practice yogic breathing standing in mountain pose, feet directly under your hips. We're going to engage all the muscles of the legs, just drawing upwards, engaging your pelvic floor, engaging your lower abs. Now this is an important bit that we need to pay attention to when we talk about engagement of the abs. It's particularly important for breathing. When we talk about lower abs, what we mean is the area below the belly button. So if we think about our abdomen as divided in two, the area below the belly button is referred to the lower abs, and throughout any yoga practice, including breath work, those muscles are engaged. And the way we engage them is by drawing inwards and moving the belly button upwards. And what you notice is as soon as you draw the lower belly inwards and upwards, you actually automatically stand up a little straighter and lengthen the spine and automatically open up your chest. Okay, so the reason it's important to remember engagement of the lower abs is because when we use the 3-phase breathing, which includes belly, chest, and throat, in order to use the upper belly appropriately, we have to ensure that the lower belly is engaged. So remember, we're dividing the belly into two. A line across the belly button is our dividing line. Everything below, I'm referring to lower belly, engaged, tucked in, and then belly button moves upwards. And then to practice our yogic breathing, we're going to pay attention to our upper belly. That's the area above the belly button. Now, in order to practice the belly breathing, what we do is, as we begin our inhalation, we push out, or we expand our upper belly. And what that does when we expand the upper belly is it enables the diaphragm to drop, and then air is able to fill the lowest portions of our lungs. Okay, now just a little more on the belly. What you'll notice is the more you engage your lower belly, pull your lower belly inwards, the greater range of motion you have on the upper belly. So if you draw the lower belly inwards, you can actually expand the upper belly a lot more. Okay, so basically that's the belly or diaphragmatic breathing. So you expand the belly, upper belly, allow the diaphragm to drop, air fills the bottom of the lungs. Then, this is the second phase, you start to expand the chest, bottom to top, rib by rib. Here it's your intercostal muscles working, but it's easier to think about the ribs expanding because the entire rib cage starts to expand. So rib by rib moves outwards until you get to your collarbone. Now, as rib by rib moves outwards, you expand the capacity of your rib cage. Hence, your lungs can fill up completely, or the middle portion of your lungs can fill up completely. Then you move on to the collarbone. So you expand the ribs bottom to top until you get to the collarbone. Now, once we get to our collarbone, we need to start to pay attention to these muscles at the front of our neck. And what we do here is called clavicular breathing. And all we're doing is we're engaging these muscles of the neck. So you're drawing these muscles from the collarbone all the way up the front of the neck to the back of the ear. All you're doing is drawing those muscles upwards, lengthening the neck. But as you do that, you're pulling up the clavicles or the collarbones. And when you do that, it creates space at the top of the chest cavity, and the tops of the lungs, the apex of the lungs, can fill with air. Now, the opposite process occurs when we exhale. We relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. Hence, the tops of the lungs can empty out. Then we start to contract the chest top to bottom, enabling the middle portion of the lungs to slowly empty out. And then finally, we contract the upper belly What that does is pushes the diaphragm up, enables the lowest portion of the lungs to completely empty out. We notice that moment when our lungs are completely empty before once again we expand the upper belly. Remember, lower belly is engaged as we expand the upper belly. Slowly expand the chest, bottom to top, rib by rib. Once we get to the collarbone, we pay attention to the muscles at the front of the neck, from your collarbone all the way up the front of the neck to the back of the ear. We hold for a moment, and then we slowly exhale, relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. Contract the chest top to bottom, and contract the upper abs to completely empty out your lungs. Now once again, inhale, expand the upper belly. Slowly expand the chest, bottom to top, rib by rib. Once you get to your collarbone, engage the muscles at the front of the neck, collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Hold for a moment. Allow the oxygen exchange to occur between the air and the lungs and the blood, and then slowly start to exhale. Relax the neck, back of the ear, down to the collarbone. Contract the chest top to bottom. And contract the upper abs to completely empty out your lungs. We're going to practice that twice more. Inhale, expand the upper belly. Slowly expand the chest, rib by rib, bottom to top. As you get to your collarbone, contract the muscles at the front of the neck from the collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Hold for a moment, as long as feels comfortable for you. And then slowly start to exhale, relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. Contract the chest top to bottom. Contract the upper belly. And again, inhale, expand the upper belly. Slowly expand the chest, bottom to top, rib by rib. Once you get to the collarbone, engage the muscles at the front of the neck, from collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Hold that inhalation for a moment, and then slowly exhale, relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. Contract the chest top to bottom, and contract the upper abs to completely empty out the lungs. Now notice that moment when the lungs are completely empty before you begin your next inhalation. Okay, we're now going to practice exactly the same thing. We're just bringing our arms into it, and as we inhale, our arms come up, and as we exhale, arms come down. Exactly the same three-phase breathing. The only difference is we've started expanding the upper belly, expanding the chest, engaging the neck. So we've been almost drawing forward, increasing space in a forward direction. By bringing our arms into it, we increase space forward, but we also start to expand laterally as well, creating even more space in our chest cavity so we can breathe deeply. So bring your hands on either side of your hips, turn your palms outwards, and once more inhale, expand the belly as your hands start to come up. Slowly expand your chest, bottom to top. Try to move your hands in keeping with your ribs. And when your hands are in line with your shoulders, start to engage the muscles of the neck from the collarbone all the way up the front of the neck to the back of the ear. Hold for a moment. And then exhale, relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. When your hands are in line with your shoulders, start to contract the chest top to bottom, drawing inwards. And then contract the upper belly to completely empty out your lungs. Notice that moment when your lungs are completely empty and your body's at rest before once again inhale, expand the upper belly. Expand the chest, bottom to top, rib by rib. When your hands are in line with your shoulders, engage the muscles of the neck from the collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Hold for a moment, maintain that inhalation for as long as feels comfortable to you, and then slowly begin to exhale. Relax the muscles of the neck, back of the ear, all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. When hands are in line with shoulders, start to contract the chest top to bottom, rib by rib, drawing the rib cage closer. And then contract the upper belly to completely empty out your lungs. We're going to practice 3 more times. Inhale, expand the upper belly. Expand the chest, rib by rib. Your hands are in line with your shoulders. Start to engage the muscles of the neck. Collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Hold that inhalation for a moment. And then slowly exhale, relax the neck, back of the ear, down the front of the neck to the collarbone. When hands are in line with shoulders, start to contract the chest top to bottom. And contract the upper abs to completely empty out your lungs. Now once more, inhale, expand the belly. Expand the chest, bottom to top. Hands in line with shoulders, engage the muscles of the neck. Maintain your inhalation for as long as feels comfortable. And then slowly start to exhale as your hands float down. Relax the neck. Hands in line with shoulders, contract the chest top to bottom. Contract the upper belly to completely empty out your lungs. And once more, inhale, expand the upper belly. Expand the chest, bottom to top. Hands in line with shoulders, engage the muscles of the neck. As your hands come up above your head. And then exhale, relax the muscles of the neck as your hands float down. Hands in line with shoulders, contract the chest top to bottom. And contract the upper abs. Okay, so now in terms of the yogic breathing, I know I've been doing it quite slowly. But what you need to do is you need to work with your own body. So work with your own breath. With practice, and as you train up all the auxiliary respiratory muscles, what you'll find is you can hold your breath for much longer. Your inhalation will increase. You'll be able to hold the inhalation for much longer. Your exhalation will rarely increase as you slowly breathe out. And you'll be able to hold that position with no inhalation and exhalation as well for a lot longer. But you need to work at your own pace. So the inhalation and exhalation process completely at your own pace to start with. And over time, the duration will definitely increase. The other thing is, very often in yoga, we're told that breath should be passive. Now, what that means is there's no forced inhalation and forced exhalation. So what you also learn to do is use those muscles of respiration as you're opening, expanding the belly, expanding the chest, so that you allow air to passively fill into your lungs. The same with exhalation. As you start to exhale and relax the muscles of the neck, air passively leaves the lungs. So that's what we mean by no forced inhalation, no forced exhalation. With practice and as you train the muscles of respiration, that process as well becomes a lot easier. So your breath is very, very natural, calm, peaceful, and not forced at all. So what we're going to do is now we're going to practice 3 rounds of the yogic breathing. I'm going to give you instructions just for the first round. And then the second 2 rounds, I want you to close your eyes and completely just work at your own pace. Just breathe using the 3-phase process, but completely at your own pace. So bring your hands underneath the side of your hips, turn your palms out. Inhale, expand the upper belly as your hands come up. Expand the chest, rib by rib, bottom to top. When your hands are in line with your shoulders, engage the muscles of the neck from the collarbone all the way up to the back of the ear. Maintain your inhalation for a moment, and then slowly start to exhale. Relax the muscle from the back of the ear all the way down the front of the neck to the collarbone. When your hands are in line with your shoulders, start to contract your chest top to bottom. And then contract your upper abs to completely empty out your lungs. And now we're going to practice at our own pace. Whenever you're ready, begin your inhalation. And once more. When you've completed your 2 rounds, bring your hands into prayer at the front of your chest. And as you inhale, slowly open your eyes. Now ideally you want to practice that method of breathing for at least 6 minutes a day. I prefer doing it in the morning, but really you could practice it any time. And you start to see a change in your breathing very, very quickly. Now I will be hosting a series of videos on yogic breathing. This would be the first in the series. But as you develop your practice, do check in. And then you may want to try one of the more advanced videos in terms of yogic breathing. All that does is encourages you to hold your inhalations and exhalations for a lot longer, as well as delaying the entire breathing process, or slowing down the entire breathing process. Thank you.